Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Caitie.
And we're joined by Clockie from Sent from Disneyland tonight.
Hello.
Snuck in there before you could do it. I don't know. I just felt like doing that tonight. We've had a very busy week, and we have hung out every day this week because we're all busy.
I've been busy.
You know, not at all.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I close my eyes when I blink.
But Clockie has kept me company. Well, Caitie has too. As I've been... well, because you already were. He's the one that joined. As we were doing coverage for Disneyland Resort 70th celebration, which officially kicks off tomorrow. But we've gotten a, not really a sneak peek, but a peek at what's coming up throughout this celebration that begins on May 16th, continues through summer of 2026. So that's 15 months of fun and magic.
It's true.
At the happiest place of happiness. Then I guess the happiness goes away. I don't know. It doesn't.
But we are back. This is my most important take of the whole weekend. Mm-hmm. We are officially back to the best branding, in my opinion. And that is that Disneyland is what?
The happiest place on earth. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to come back to that. But what should people do first, Caitie?
I don't know. Just kidding. You should go into the chat. You should tell us who you think the Muppet of the Week is going to be this week. As a reminder, this week, or last week, whoever you want to say it, was Kermit the Frog.
Thanks, Daddy. Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man.
It worked.
Go ahead, Clocky. I thought we had like 5 minutes.
I was like, oh, good.
I'm like, I'm just going to push it. We'll see when it works.
I can't wait until we're talking about like the Magic Band Plus stuff, and that goes off.
Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thanks, Daps.
We'll find out who the new Muppet is in less than 12 hours.
That's true. We are very close to finding out. Like, this is like New Year's Eve.
Right? We should just stay up.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
I mean, we've already been doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
stay up for the Disneyland 70th and Muppet announcement.
Yeah.
And they're also celebrating their 70th. So...
there you go.
It's true.
It is weird to think that the Muppets are, 3 months older than Disneyland? 2 months. Yeah. 2-ish. But yeah.
2-ish, whatever.
Because it's like 2.5. But,
1, 2, 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
2
So,
3/4.
Caitie, who do you think the Muppet of the Week will be this week?
You know, I don't know. We've already had Sam Eagle.
I'm holding off.
That has to be 4th of July.
That's 4th of July.
Think, but
has to be 4th of July.
I'm calling that 4th of July.
You know, probably.
Because it's on a Friday, too.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say Sam Eagle.
Okay.
Because everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Clocky.
Sweetums. Gotta be Sweetums.
And since you're going with Sweetums, I'm going to go... I actually don't know that we're going to get Bubbo the Bear the more I've thought about it.
Sad.
Because we haven't... I guess we saw him in Muppets ABC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's been a few years.
Been 10.
Yeah. That's it's been a while.
We've already had Fozzie? No, we haven't had Fozzie yet.
No.
Because it's like a National Bear Day.
No
it's gonna be
Fozzie, no
Fozzie
Piggy.
over.
See, I could also imagine them following Kermit with Piggy just so that, you don't
They're
get
next to each other.
Well, and she has a temper.
She does.
Like, I could see it happening. Anyway, those are our guesses. We'll probably be wrong. It's fine. Like, we didn't guess on the show last week, Kermit. But then, like, a day or two later,
after the show,
we were all texting. It's like, oh,
it's gonna be Kermit.
Probably gonna be
it
Kermit,
has to be
isn't it?
Kermit. Yeah. Oh, well. At least it gives us a chance to talk about the Muppets a little bit longer, and that's a lot of fun. But the main thing we're going to talk about tonight is Disneyland Resort 70th celebration and all of the fun and hijinks that are happening throughout this. And the decorations have gone up. Mm-hmm. Have we actually talked about the decorations, the three of us? For me, I didn't quite understand the colors in the concept art. And then when you see them in the park, I was like, oh yeah, that makes me smile. Like, they picked up the happy colors. What did you think?
So I absolutely hated the colors. I saw them on merchandise and I was like, oh, this is bad. Like, I don't enjoy this at all. And then that was the first stage of the merchandise. Mm-hmm. Then I saw the second stage of merchandise and I saw the bunting and I saw the decorations and I was like, oh, this feels like Tokyo Disney.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I
hadn't thought of that.
It's a richer Tokyo Disney.
Yeah,
because they'd be a little bit
more pastel,
but still the same color.
But in practice, like the costumes, the bunting, the decoration, the wave of merchandise that released this week, I was like, oh, this all feels very like Tokyo.
Wave? You mean waves?
Yeah,
Waves upon waves upon waves.
Yeah, there's a lot of merchandise that we'll talk about. But no, I still don't love that first collection that rolled out with, it was like the black with the like outlines with all the colors. No, it just doesn't work for me. It feels very strange.
Okay.
But like the create a character headband and stuff, like I think it works perfectly. I love it.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the colors?
I don't care.
No, yeah.
What do you think?
Red, white, and blue, baby. No, I agree with you. Colors at first were jarring.
Yeah.
When you look at it from the Tokyo lens, you go, okay, I see where this scheme is coming from. I also like how it is being used sparingly. We're not being pelted with the colors.
It's not Pixar Fest 2018.
Oh, there was so much.
Because that was like, hey, you ever heard of primary colors? Look at them.
Right.
Everywhere.
That was it blends in better.
Yeah.
There's something about it.
I actually think that's what it is it blends.
It fits.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel out of place on Main Street
Yeah.
or on the castle or on Carthay.
Mm-hmm.
Which I will say the last color scheme that really didn't work for me, and this might be unpopular, was Disney 100.
Oh, the silver.
The purple and silver didn't work for me. I don't
Okay,
know what it was.
well.
Yeah.
Can't win them all, I guess.
I know, I'm just giving you some context.
There you go. So we got to the media event on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, yeah, and it started in a ballroom that had been converted into this Celebrate Happy room that had these. I don't actually know what color the curtains were around the room because the lights, I think, like they used good wash to change the color, so it had this kind of lavender, bluish color going around, and in the middle is this awesome chandelier thing.
Made of.
Basically, it looks like the lights from Mack the Truck, and we heard from multiple people that they actually did use Paint the Night lights for this, and then it would come to life every 15 minutes with a different song, and many of the songs that we're hearing during the Disneyland 70th, and there were different stations throughout the room where you could interview people about merchandise, you could interview them about food. You could meet characters. There were also places where they had swag that you could pick up, and they made a very one-stop shop to get Disneyland 100.
Sorry, that was
Disneyland Resort 70th anniversary.
Disneyland 100.
Like it was kind of your one-stop shop to get all of the 101 that you might need to know for this week and for your coverage and interviews and all that. We showed up. Got there right at 8 o'clock, which means hardly anybody was in there. It was a great move. And so we got to see, we did the merchandise first. Mm-hmm. And there was a couple things to me that stood out in the merchandise. One of them was that Letterman looking jacket as I'm thinking about it. Another one is there's a mug in the Walt Legacy.
The
Walt Disney Legacy Vault collection. Vault collection. Then there was also this cool bubble wand that you'd put different tops on it and it would do different voices, and that was cool.
Depending on which character. So like if you put on a Stitch,
it would line up with the character.
Yeah, and that's super fun. And my first thought was, oh my gosh, our nieces and nephews would just love this.
And then kind of along that line, there was also a Mickey Mouse that you would say, "Hey Mickey" to, and then he would talk to you, and that was very cool. Mm-hmm. And then blink. And then also there was a key.
Tell me about the key.
This key, yay big. I should have brought one in. I have one.
What does it unlock?
It unlocks
the magic.
Disneyland. It's the key to Disneyland. I think it's called Key to Disneyland.
I think so too.
And there's 9 locations throughout the resort, or throughout the park, Disneyland Park, where you can go and unlock a magical moment / experience. And then when you've done 9 of them, there's a 10th one that you then go and unlock. And then that makes bubbles happen and your wand goes magic crazy. And then it opens up this little compartment and you get a pin, one of 9, that you get to keep along because you've already purchased it.
And as you go around the park, you're collecting the icon of the land. So like you can do it in any order that you want to. So say you go and unlock Tomorrowland and then you go and unlock Galaxy's Edge. you'll have these two little icons on your key that show that those are the ports you have unlocked. It also plays music that corresponds. Very cool, but I think the pin is the
That's
real
the
winner
hook.
here, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks fun.
pin?
It's part of me wishes it was a little bit smaller just because you have to carry it around. But at the same time, I'm like, no, it's also like if I was a 5-year-old, that's probably the right size.
Yeah, I want to feel like I'm in Kingdom Hearts.
It kind of has that look. What do you think of this, Clockie?
Price point wise, I'm not for it.
Yeah, that's
What is
valid.
it? Is it 60?
60.
I was like, that's what I thought I remembered.
It's 60.
How much are pins going for these days?
True. Actually, a pin like that,
It's
right?
probably 20 something, right?
Probably like 18, 20, somewhere in there.
I'm out of touch. I don't know how much pins.
I was
Oh,
guessing
actually-
because it's a specialty pin. It's probably 22, 24.
Get ready for this on future Geeks Corner. Not so magical markup on that pin.
Oh, that is going to be happening.
Those pins, I'm sure people are going to be like, but I want the Galaxy. Like, people are going to want the whole set.
Actually, Bailey, write this down. We should do this, and it should be Family Feud style. Who can guess which pin is going for the most on eBay at the end of
That's
the
a
year?
fun idea. Yeah,
That'd be a good
that's
one.
a great idea.
But
The end of the year being this year, or the end of the year being end of summer 2026.
I would say we would end of the summer 2026.
Okay.
And we would have to keep an eye on for what it sells the highest for.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it at the end of the summer first, and then do a follow up in a year.
See
That'd
if
be
it
cool
gets, see if
too.
it gets more expensive.
Yeah,
But cool.
yeah. I
mean-
mean, it's a toy. Like it's cool. It's a toy with a keepsake, and you get to play with it. You can
It's a knickknack.
take it in.
Paddywhack.
Then we got to see all that fun stuff. I'm truncating this because we only have so much time. Then we saw what?
I was like, we only have so much time.
It's true. Then we saw the new Mickey Mouse Clubhouse show at Disney Junior or Disney Theater. Very cute. Kids, I actually thought it's going to be one of those ones that the whole family will be like, okay, I can live through this. Like,
It was not as abrasive as those shows can be sometimes.
like it was fun. Like it
and
was,
the music was good.
yeah. And there's Easter eggs to be watching out for older kids or adults that happen on other places in the room. And I thought that was a good choice on their part. Like there was clearly a thought process of like, this is made for this demographic and they're going to sing and dance and love it. In a group of press, that demographic was probably not there. Mostly there was like 2.
As somebody said, I wish there was a picture from the stage.
It would have been
of
hilarious.
all of us.
But I would also say that picture would not show anybody grumpy
No.
because the show was engaging.
Yeah.
It was I was very much impressed. Having filmed a few of those through the years, I was like, oh, this might be my favorite one. And it's not for me at all. So after that, we made our way over to World of Color, and this is where the night gets exciting. In fact, this is where I think the highlight of all of the 70th for me is going to be. And we got to see the Muppet pre-show before World of Color, which is the safety spiel. And the basic premise is Joe from Legal is trying to get the Muppets to do a safety spiel. And, of course, as
can't
everything
do it.
goes wrong, like, it just doesn't happen,
What
right?
could possibly go wrong?
No, exactly.
It's the Muppets. They're going to deliver a very direct safety message.
Yes, and so it was ridiculous. It was zany. It's peppy. It's fun. It felt like it almost had that like Paul Williams-esque feel that like, oh, this is old school Muppety
Yeah.
craziness. It was fun. What'd you think of it, Katie? I clearly loved it.
I love it. There is a reference to Muppet Vision 3D in it, which is a good reference.
And I think everybody around us heard it and went like this.
Yeah. They also may have been reacting to me going, because I did the big gasp.
Don't give it away.
I didn't give it away. I also think it feels like the Muppets, which isn't something we have always been 100% able to say with the Muppets. So
It's a very good step in the right
it
direction.
feels like the Muppets. It feels like the Muppets got to play and just have fun. I also think that putting them under a time limit may have been really good. Like, oh, you've got these 3 minutes or what have you to do a pre-show. Go.
As many jokes as possible.
And see, yeah, it's like, you know how the Family Guy has like an insane run of like there's 3 jokes a page on the script, which is like unheard of. It felt like that, and it also felt like you got to have like the quick hits of like, okay, Miss Piggy, sing,
And
do
works,
this.
and you're
Okay.
getting your greatest hits. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun.
What'd you think, Clockie?
I haven't watched all of it yet. Excited to see Muppets being represented in the park in any fashion.
Yep.
Outside of pin merchandise.
Yep.
Yeah. Or a
And-
magnet.
Or a magnet. Or or a magnet. Or a stuffed Kermit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do have a question. Do we think Disney might add them in the park as characters one day?
I have photos. I don't think it's what you want.
I'm scared of walking Muppets. I'm really scared of them.
I would prefer
A
if
show?
they stayed at or I think there's the possibility with technology that you could kind of do some of the advanced speaking technology that we've seen in other characters, but with Kermit the Frog up in a window on Main Street, or who knows, like you could even be, if they really want to go out of the box and put a place where maybe more entertainment could go, do a country show in Frontierland.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
that's always been.
Put the cowboy hat.
Kermit.
Well, he's already worn it in the Muppet
I
movie,
know.
so
That's why I was like, wait, when like the showdown scene? Yeah.
so like you could do something like that, and I think it'd be great.
Or hear me out, laugh floor with Fozzie the Bear.
Yeah,
I would love that.
that would be
personally.
something great too. I think there's possibilities. I don't know that they're all realized yet, but I think the focus right now will be that new attraction in Disney's Hollywood Studios, and probably some other surprises along the way. So we watch that. Then we watch World of Color Happiness. I will admit, I watched it through a screen like yay big because I was recording it, and I was also trying to stay out of the way and above other cameras and people that are going like this with their phones. And I was like, how are you getting coverage out of that? Like, I don't know.
You never know.
I'm sure it was a great reel or something, or TikTok or whatever. But so anyway, we got to watch that.
You watched it through a small screen.
I want to rewatch it again because I don't think I actually absorbed most of it. There were parts of it I definitely loved that I thought were really cool. But then I also just was trying to get through it and not have my arm break. So I would be happier watching it not through a lens.
I agree, because I was doing some vertical for the show.
She was the one going like this.
Yeah, I was actually.
How does this work?
I was hoping that you weren't gonna call me out like that. Also, my flash was on. I don't see why that was a problem.
It'll help.
Yeah, it helps. Anyway, I was getting some vertical, so I also didn't necessarily absorb everything. But I think the intro is incredible because blending Rainbow Connection with the World's Carousel of Color was amazing. I think there's some really, really good hits. I also, with World of Color Classic, I had to be ready and willing to sob my eyes out because, like, you can't watch the Mufasa scene and just, like, walk away unchanged. And this isn't like a really heavy emotional show. It's just like, hey, this is
I think for some people it might be.
Yeah?
I think there were some parts that I think are really going to connect with some people.
I liked it. I think it's fun. I think it's a really good time, and I'm happy to have it at Disneyland. Well, California Adventure, but you know.
Do you have anything to add, Clocky?
No, World of Color is not my favorite.
Yeah.
And I will enjoy the Muppet side of it.
I was gonna say I realized the reason I love the Muppet part so much is I will always veer towards live performances. Like I would much rather watch something happen in person versus on a screen. And the fact that they filmed the Muppet performance and then threw it on a screen is a step towards that.
Right.
And so it immediately, like, it raised it for me. Just because there's an unpredictability that always comes with live performances, and I love that.
True.
All right, so that was our first day. That was great. It was a lot of fun. Yesterday was even busier. There was a new Cavalcade. There was Return of Paint the Night. There was Wondrous Journeys.
Tapestry of Happiness.
Tapestry of
We didn't even talk
Happiness.
about
There
the
was the little, we're not going to have time.
It's okay.
There's a little Carthay projection show that happens throughout the night. It's beautiful. Check it out. It's 2 minutes long. Tapestry of Happiness is the 5-minute show on the front of Small World, and it's basically a quick love letter to Disneyland,
And Mary Blair.
Mary Blair, and I thought it was lovely from what I could see. Like, once again, this was one of those kind of stressful shooting situations. So looking through a small lens, just trying to stay steady, not fall over, whatever. But from what I remember of the blur of that night, I really enjoyed it, and I would like to go back and just watch it because it seemed very happy and fulfilling and nostalgic.
I was also like vaguely blacking out because we were like 10 minutes away from Paint the Night. And so I was capturing vertical and I was freaking out about paint. So I was like, I don't know. But
So what did you think of it?
it's great. It's super fun.
Okay, Clockie, did you get to see it?
I didn't get to see it. I have this question though, since you have
Yes.
seen it.
Yes.
Could you project it on the rivers of America?
Kind of.
A
So
little bit, parts.
people have actually asked me about this. They're like, why isn't this all over the park? And the trick is the best projection surface at the Disneyland Resort is where it is.
Mhm.
It's too much for the castle. Like you could do it. It just wouldn't have the...
You have a larger canvas on the
Because
castle.
to me, yeah. Like,
Could
well,
do it at
you mean
Galaxy's Edge?
Small World.
Small Worlds, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Small
like
World,
you
yeah.
could do it in Galaxy's Edge. You could pick... yeah. But
I'd want to see that, actually.
it's I think I was thinking about this because we got a comment about it almost immediately, and I'm like, I really think they have to use Small World because there's so much happening, and you could get kind of the feel of it if you did it on the castle or in Rivers of America, but I don't know that it wouldn't do it justice.
Or Main Street?
Possibly, but you'd have to get rid of trees.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
like anything
Yeah.
with details on Main Street is kind of like when we watch Wondrous Journeys on Main Street, it's harder to find stuff there than it is on Small World. Anyway, so we got to see that. That was cool. Paint the Night, amazing. It's back. It's better than ever. Like, the lights are somehow better and costumes have been improved. And do you have anything to add to that, Katie? Because we're about to play
It's
a game.
a perfect show.
It's a wonderful show. Wondrous Journeys is also a wonderful show, and it's nice to see it back, bringing up the nights to life. What did you think? We all watched this together, the Cavalcade.
I love it. I think it's really fun, and I love Duffy and Shelly May. I also bikes on Main Street stress me out. Shout out to the parade performers driving those bikes. Because I was like, whoa, those are tight turns. And
They're doing great.
I think it during Viva too. Like it's a lot of pressure. I think the colors are fun. I think the music is fun. The biggest thing about the Cavalcade is when you look around after, during, everything, people are dancing. And they're smiling and laughing. So
What did you think, Clocky?
Liked it the second time because I think we talked about the first time we saw it coming out. They were definitely taking their time coming out.
Yes.
We definitely saw that. So the second time on Main Street, also with the shade,
That helped a lot.
Thank
helped
goodness.
a lot. Move fast. The only thing I wanted, and we got it the second time because we had one more princess. I want more characters.
Especially on that float, the first float.
The first float.
Yeah.
Goofy and Max are great, but like, give me Powerline.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
You know.
I think the trick with that is then it turns from a cavalcade to a parade almost. Like, I think
Closer
there's
to a
somewhere in the middle that you probably could hit, but
Or just more on the floats. Where
Okay.
it's just, I want every princess.
It's true. I also think that this cavalcade does what our complaint was during Pixar Fest, which was there was no way for kids to see Disney characters go by them.
no, this is
quickly.
great. Like, I think it does exactly what it needs to do, and it's fun, which is probably more important than anything else.
Or give me the characters that you can't always see, like Dumbo.
That would be cool.
Because Dumbo's a walk by at any of the
Yeah.
nighttime anyway, so give me Dumbo.
That would be very cool.
me Dumbo.
Maybe just for, like, even if it was just for tomorrow and July 17th.
That'd be fun.
That'd be pretty cool. All right. Yeah,
Give us
Roxanne,
Roxanne.
love
That'd
that
be
idea.
So good.
There's the winning idea of
I worry
that.
about people running out for that.
All right.
Yeah.
It's time for a game as we're running out of time, so we're probably going to go over, but it is time for the bet. That's right. It's time for the best, where I let you choose what you think the best is. Well, the two of you, and I will keep.
You said you.
Okay, and you can play along at home, but for this version of the bests, we're going to keep it themed to Disneyland Resort's 70th celebration. So, Katie and then Clockie, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
First one, celebrate happy
Okay.
or live the magic. So I did the 70th theme song and the 60th theme song.
Oh, you are not gonna like my answer. Celebrate happy.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll agree with that one.
Live the magic is too ballady.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's.
It's a different vibe.
I don't love the song, but I do. I'm bouncing out.
Is that what they call a bop?
A bop. It's a bop. It's a bop.
Who taught him that one?
Is it the media event? All right. Next one. Paint the Night Parade in Disneyland or Paint the Night Parade at Disney California Adventure.
Paint the night at Disneyland. Paint the night at Disneyland. I said what I said.
You can say what you're going to say.
I think seeing it at Disneyland is magic.
Clocky?
I'm gonna agree, only for this reason.
Are you an Incredibles float truther?
No, seeing Mac on Main Street.
Yeah.
Is pretty awesome. Just the size of that float going through, it is sad that we don't get it in Christmas time because he's too tall. But
Unless we do this year.
Maybe we do.
They've done that before.
yeah,
Yep, they moved. They did Christmas Fantasy earlier in the day.
right.
There were no
No overhead garlands. Yeah,
and then you watched it go around the tree, which is amazing.
Also,
Yeah.
So fun.
Let's see what happens.
All right, next one. Muppets pre-show or Tapestry of Happiness.
Muppets pre-show.
Muppets pre-show.
I know I gave you an easy one.
What was
Muppets
even that
pre-show
question?
or I don't know.
Or I thought it was gonna be like Muppet Vision 3D.
Or-
I was like, ooh, this is hard.
Muppets pre-show or
Which one would you choose then?
Strollers.
Muppet Vision 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that actually seems easier to me. All right, World of Color Happiness or World of Color 1.
World of Color Happiness.
Fantastic.
Okay, I'll give it to you. All right, the final one. We actually might end this show on time. Shocking, I know this.
I would have believed it.
This is for things that are offered in the park right now. Oh, we forgot to mention, we watched Better Together on
You?
Tuesday also.
Me? Better Together.
Yeah, all right, which is fun also. And we found slight changes.
We did.
So, Better Together
Yeah.
or the Celebrate Happy Cavalcade.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Better Together or Countdown to Fun.
Oh, go historical instead of
Yeah.
against. Yeah, that'd be fun too.
I'm gonna say
Pixar Play Parade.
Pixar Play Parade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Better Together.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I just shocked myself when I said that
That
too.
is not what I was expecting.
Because it is a really fun parade. I really love the music and I really love the characters you get to see.
Okay, Clocky.
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go Cavalcade.
Finally, we disagree on
It's
something.
fine. We'll fight this out later. It's fun. It's short enough that it's going to be able to handle itself.
Yeah.
And and maybe if it's popular enough, we'll see it happen more than twice a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of
Because
the Florida
because
thing.
it isn't using. It's using just the floats. It's not using Main Street vehicles.
Mhm.
If there's nothing going on and there's enough people.
I mean, I'd be okay adding some Main Street vehicles. Like that could be fun too, if we got more characters.
and I would also want to add the bunting on like
The character or on the
on the bus and
or the car or whatever. Yeah, I agree with that too. It is 9:00, which means it is Geeks Corner Plus time, which means we will stick around for a couple more minutes and respond to any questions or comments you might have to the best of our ability. And if you don't have anything, then we're just gonna say goodnight and good luck, and we're gonna go get ready to camp out for Paint the Night tomorrow night for that wonderful
I will say
adventure.
if I could talk about Paint the Night a little bit more.
Sure.
I did I did cry. So let's start with that. I did cry. But like it was the most out of body experience because one of the last times I watched Paint the Night for the Diamond Celebration was in that relative spot. And so it was this, and forgive me for getting a little bit sentimental. I don't do this super often. But it's like it's been 9 years since the Diamond Celebration ended, and it's like the world is so different, life is so different, and you have this like weird appreciation. Like, I mean, we always say it when we toast, but like tomorrow's promised to no one. But it's true. Like, we made it these 9 years, and we get to see it again, and like what a gift that is.
So here's my question. It's a little bit unfair for you. Favorite anniversary celebration that either you experienced or you would have liked to have experienced?
Ooh.
The 50th was magic.
Of ones I've experienced, 50th, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 60th is a very close second for me.
Disney Tencennial.
That actually was popping into my head too.
That's
It's like
so
for the ones
valid.
that I haven't experienced, I feel like the 10 would be.
I mean, okay, I want to do this. We take what Daps Magic did the last 2 days and tomorrow, but do that at the Tencennial.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
Because you would have been shaking hands with Walt,
Yeah.
instead of the Disneyland president,
Tom Meslam.
Yeah.
And Misty,
Thomas
yes,
Maslow.
that is actually my favorite fireworks show of all time. And Doug, I was literally about to say Party Gras,
I was just say that one to me is right up there.
I wish I
with-
could have remembered Party Gras.
because obviously I was not.
And I think what I'll end up doing is I'll
Conscious.
probably do a Daps Magic the podcast episode where I go deeper into the week and experiences and thoughts, and because I did get to meet the new Disneyland president and speak with him for 5 minutes. It was way longer than I expected.
You also talked to
Don Hahn, Disney legend Don Hahn.
who invited himself into your home.
Yeah, he would
No,
like to
well,
come.
he's on the coffee
He's
table
on the
right now.
coffee
He would like to go look at his book on the coffee table.
That's next.
All right. Well, we are running out of time. What should people do,
You
Katie?
should go to dapsmagic.com, check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. You should find all of our coverage of Disneyland 70th. We have so much that is already going up from this week. We have even more to come. And the next 16 months, we are going to have so much fun. So go to dapsmagic.com, subscribe to our mailing list, go to patreon.com/dapsmagic. We're coming up with some new bits
Fun ideas.
bits and skits.
Bits and skits.
It's
And
Clocky's fault.
I think you're going to like them.
Where can people find you, Clocky?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, at Sent from Disneyland,
And that website.
and the website, yeah, Disneyland, sentfromdisneyland.com. Also, get ready. This Saturday is episode 300 of the podcast. 300 weeks in a row. What?
Whoa!
Amazing.
You need the 300 thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
when Katie was on Geeks Corner for 300 times.
When
Yeah,
Katie was
that's
on
true.
Geeks Corner. Now I got replaced by Katie. Not the same Katie.
No, the
Oh, okay. Got
yeah.
it.
When we replaced the birds' batteries during COVID.
That's why we all had to be inside.
Yeah,
there we
They were replacing the birds' batteries.
There we go. There we go. All right. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything we've got going on up there. We have a ton of videos that were up from this week already. We've got more coming, probably even tonight, because I still have a lot of ground to cover. And we'll have a bunch of videos from tomorrow as well that you won't want to miss. And we've got a bunch of stuff planned for the summer as well. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you round the corner.
Bye.